Mudabeti. Our theme for this week is summer. But before we continue with our lesson for today, let us not forget to sanitize our hands. Spray it nicely. There you go. Rub it through, out, and between your fingers. That is good. Today's lesson, we are going to look at data handling and phonics. Children, can we now go to page 9? Now the grade 2s and the grade 3s, both of you have to concentrate because this topic is for both of you. We are going to learn about the shapes there. We are just going to remind ourselves actually. Remember, we have learned about the shapes already. So we have got the square in black. It's all the sides are equal. And we have got the second one there. It's a triangle. It has got how many sides? 3 sides. And when we look around there in the block again, we can see a circle. A circle is a round one. All right. Therefore, now let's come to our questions and see what is required of us to do about these shapes. All right. So you are going to be checking in the table there. You check in the table and you count those 3 different shapes that we are given there. How many squares did you count in there? You write your number on the right side of your table. How many triangles did you count? You count the number of triangles there in the block on top. You write the number. How many circles did you count? And then you come to the other questions which are on your right hand side. Now you have to tell us which shape they came most. How many of each shape did you count? Then you'll be able to compare which one is the most, which occurs frequently. And how many are the fewest, which shape came very few. Remember, when we say few, we say it's the little, the few ones that came just less of it. Number 3, how much more squares there than the triangles? So now we are comparing the squares and the triangles. How much more squares, how much of the squares are more than the triangles? What do you do there? What do you think we do there? You have to find out for me. I'm going to check on you tomorrow. And number 4, how many more circles are there than the squares? You also compare the number of circles than the number of squares which are there. So find out for me. Think a bit. Scratch your head and find for me the answers there. And in the last block there, you have to draw the amount of each picture you counted in the block. You draw how many squares did you count. If, for example, you have counted 3 of them, you draw 3 squares. If you have counted 2 triangles, you draw 2 triangles, and you do the same with the squares. You draw the amount of squares that you have counted. Thank you. Good morning once more again, learners. We are going to learn about the 2 sounds that always confuse us. We have this sound, the k and the h. And we also have this sound, the s and the h. It always confuses us. So today we are going to learn much more about it. Now, when the k and the h stands together, we say it's a ch. It's a ch. All right. But when the s and the h are together, we say sh. We say shh. Put your finger on your lip. It's a shh. S and a h. It's a shh. All right. So a sh and a ch, they can come at the beginning of the word or at the end of the word. They are still sounding the same. It's still going to be a ch or a sh. All right. So I'm going to start with giving you the examples of a ch. What word can have a ch? The easiest one is the chair where you always sit when you are at school. A chair, we write it like that. It's a ch. Right, it's a ch. And it can also come at the end of a word. It's still a ch. It doesn't change as long as it's a k and a ha. We can say, maybe we are saying, all right, let's write March. It's a month of the year, March. It's at the end of a word, but it's still a ch. Same applies with the sh, s, and h. These ones are for the ch. All right. Same applies with the s and the h, sh. You can say shoes. The shoes that you put on, it's a s and a h, it's a sh. It can also come at the end of a sentence, or even in the middle, it's still, excuse me, it's still a sh. Maybe I'm saying foolish. It's at the end of the word. It's still a sh. All right. So let's go to page 10 together and see the examples that we are given there. Let's do together that exercise. We can see the pictures there. Those pictures, they have got two different sounds. Some of them have the ch. Some have the sh. All right. So what I would like you to do is to check the picture. It will give you a clue. What is the name of that picture? For example, the first one there, that yellow one, it's a cheese. Is a cheese starting with a k and a sh sound, or is it a s and a sh sound? So it's a ch sound. So we circle the ch. And you go to the next one. What is that drawing? The drawing is of a sheep. Is a sheep a ch sound, or it's a sh sound? A k and a sh, or a s and a sh. Then you circle the sound for each drawing. So you do the same with all the pictures. They will give you a clue, because you have to first know what is the name of the picture before you identify the sound. Let's go down to the next exercise, just under there, just below. All right. Now you have to choose any 5 of the pictures. The given pictures which are on top there, you just have to choose 5 of them, and you come up with your own sentence. You make your own sentence with any of the words which are there on the pictures. Choose 5. For example, the shark has sharp teeth. We have a shark there on the pictures, so I have chosen a shark. And then if I construct my own sentence, then I put it in the sentence like that. The shark has sharp teeth. Maybe I want to say a shirt. I put it in my sentence. My shirt is blue. Any sentence that you want. There is no wrong or correct one. All of you are correct. Every sentence will be correct. Okay, let's continue to page 11. We are still with our sounds, but on page 11 we are just going to look at the ch. Only the ch, the k and the h. We read together the words which are there in the table. We have cheese, child, choose, change, chef, and chick. Those are the words of the ch sound. So I would like you to find out which word is correct to be put in the line which is left there in order to make each sentence here correct. Are you going to be able to do that for me, please? I know you can. So please do that for me. I'll check it with you tomorrow. Let's proceed to page 12. These are very easy exercises. I'm enjoying it. And what about you? I know you are. You are still going to fill in the ch sound in the words. You are going to fill in the ch sound there. All right. So you have got the pictures there. You have to write down their names. There is a reading there first. You are going to read. Or should I read it for you? I'll quickly go through it and you have to follow nicely there at home. Children, pull up a. From this menu you can use potato, eats, or opt fruit. Is bigger or I can bake soup. I can soup, chocolate, cookies, or pie. Your food, and then say goodbye. So they have given you the words, but they have left out the sound. So you are going to fill in the ch sound to make those words correct. Just put in the ch sound. You will make those words correct, and then you will be able to read this passage correctly. Thank you. Now look at the ones which are down. I'm sure you can do it as well. We have already learned about these pictures on page 11, remember? So now I just want you, without checking on the previous page, you have to now write their names. And their names should have a what sound? Remember, it's a ch sound, a k and a h. Okay, please do that. I'll check with you tomorrow again. Okay, children, let's go to page 13. All right. On page 13, we are going to identify the heavy objects and the light objects. Okay, before we start to identify and sort them out, we are first going to know what is heavy and what is light. Something which is light means it does not have much weight. I can lift it without having to struggle. But something which is heavy, I have to use my muscles. Okay, so for example, let's compare this pencil and the sharpener. Which one will be heavy here and which one will be light? Of course, the pencil is light because I don't use much of my energy to pick it up. But with the sharpener, it's heavy. I use my energy. When I pick it up, my muscle is building. Therefore, this one is heavier than the pencil. All right. Now, let us look at our objects which are given on page 13. Which one is light and which one is heavy? We have got two columns there in front of us. On the left side is heavy and on the right side is light. Now we are going to sort our objects according to heavy and light, and we are going to cut them nicely and paste them in the right column. Now, for example, let's take the first object. What is the first object? It's a truck. Now, is a truck heavy or light? Of course, a truck is it's heavy. You can't even lift up a truck. Therefore, we are going to cut the truck and paste it on the left side because it's heavy. And we go to the next object. What is the next object? They are my socks. Those are your socks. Are the socks heavy or light? What do you think? They are light. I can lift them up without having to use much of my strength. Therefore, the socks are light. I'm going to cut my socks nicely with my scissor and paste it on the right-hand side under the column of light. So, do the rest of the objects in the same way. Okay. Now, I would like to know if you still remember what we have learned so far. Remember, we have done the shapes. We have only done 3 shapes: the circle, the triangle, and the square. And after that, we have learned 2 sounds that always confuse us. Which sounds are those? We have learned the s and h. What sound is it? It's a sh. And we have learned the k and h. What sound is it? Ch. It's a ch. Those are the two sounds that we did. Thank you very much, and I hope you have enjoyed the lesson for today. Now, before we end our lesson for today, I would like us to do something that is very important. We must not forget to do what? To sanitize our hands. Nicely, we rub it through again, behind and between the fingers. Now we're going to call our friend Zoshi to say goodbye.
Hi everyone, I'm Zoshi. And Simon says don't touch your face, your eyes, your nose, and your mouth unless your hands are super clean. Bye!
Black sunrise, always gonna be a surprise, 'cause we don't know the way it's going to go, 'cause we can see the way it's going to be, 'cause we can see.
Yeah.
We're talking about COVID. Baba G, tell us about the day you found out you had COVID.
The day I found out I have COVID, it was a difficult day. I didn't understand how I got COVID. Because I was always covered, I was always with my hand sanitizer. It came with my wife. And that whole day, I was thinking, what's gonna happen to me? I'm gonna survive. My kids, I was losing my tasting, smelling. There were some days I will test my taste buds and put like 4 or 5 chilies in my coffee. No ways. I didn't taste it.
So did you also lose your appetite in the process?
It was very funny. In the first week, no, I was chowing. Like I will wake up like midnight and make for me something. But after the first week, then the appetite was gone. When you go to bed, your body is also automatically switching off. And that's a dangerous time for COVID. It's like glass pinching you, cutting you inside your lungs. Then the heart was pumping like rabbit pumps. You are losing a lot of fluids at night.
Is that through fever or what?
Yeah, it's through fever.
So have you experienced any side effects from having contracted COVID-19?
No, not yet. Maybe still coming, but not yet.
And your wife?
She was complaining about light head. It's an annoying headache. It's light, but it's annoying.
So basically you didn't take any prescribed medicine from the doctor to recover from COVID?
No, I didn't. The only thing I was using is aspirin for my blood not to clot. Because for some people, when your lungs are really, really infected, your blood will start to clot from the lungs, close all the airways. That's where we are passing. I'm smoking cigarette, and when you were a smoker and COVID in your lungs now.
So then after you both found out you had COVID, what did you guys do to protect the kids?
The kids move out from the house. The Buddhists will come, then we'll collect everything for them and just put for them outside. When they came, just grab the food and go.
So what was the biggest battle for you? Was it mental or physical?
Mentally. Mentally was the biggest battle. I'm actually an international movie maker, and my career was cut off. I couldn't put bread on the table. There were some days you have one meal for the day, then went to bed. And that was hitting me in my mind. What if Blessing get corona now? Where am I gonna go? Who gonna help? There were also some people depend on us in the rural areas. We couldn't help them. My future was black, dark, dark, dark. I couldn't even see that small light at the end of the tunnel. One day, my daughter decided, now, I want to see my father today. And I just told her, yeah, she can come. The first words was, Daddy, I was praying for you yesterday night. Don't worry, Corona will go back soon. And I was asking, from where? From Namibia? She said, no, not from Namibia, from you. And you are not looking good. And she was actually heartbroken. Until today, she hates Corona. From there, then I was like, oh, okay. If the smallest one is saying this, why am not picking me up self and do the right thing and get rid of this thing? That's where I started to run, to practice, coming to my quiet place. And actually, the main thing that broke my heart during that time was there was no one. The time of COVID, there was no one.
So can you tell us where we are right now?
We are at my silent place. I call this place my silent place. I will come here when the COVID is hitting me like 120%. Looking at the ocean, then you will hear voices like, no, you don't belong here. Today, you don't belong here. Get up and go home. Some days, they will nurse you like, no, you will survive. Your future is a bright future. You must not give up now. Think about your kids. Think about the people around you. Even the wind will do that. Actually, you must meditate. The thing of COVID is, looks like COVID is afraid of the warmness and is friends with the coldness. So the whole time you are baking in the sun, it helps a lot.
So is that what you did?
Yeah, I did. I will do that twice a day. This was supposed to be a golden year for me, a very, very good golden year for me, but then COVID decided, no, this is not going to be your golden year. Everything was cancelled. We, the filmmakers, this year, from the international shoots, lost lot of money.
You've lost 3 family members? Is it all due to COVID?
No, not all due to COVID. First one, my sister. She was very close to me. She contracted COVID April, and she was in ICU for 3 months. The COVID damaged her lungs, and at the stage her lungs collapsed and she couldn't breathe without the machines. Her kidneys failed, her liver has failed. COVID is real. First of all, COVID is real. It's not a joke. Most of the people, they fall away from COVID regulations. Still early to fall away from COVID regulations. We must still go in line with those COVID regulations.
And how long did you say it took you to recover?
3 weeks, 21 days.
What must somebody do to change your mind from that negative perspective to that positive?
Positive. COVID, no job, it's very dangerous. There was one day I just decided I'm gonna take a rope, go to the jetty, sit around there, and after all I will hang there by the jetty. The time I arrived here, there was no wind. Out of nowhere, the ocean was like angry, and it started to get cold, and I was like, but it was just nice weather. Then I sat down. Then the universe will talk with you, the wind, the sun, the ocean. That's the main thing of COVID. If you don't save yourself, no one will save you. And we must always appreciate what we have around us. That's the main thing in COVID. If you don't appreciate what you have around you, no, you lose your head.
Smile, smile, smile. When you walk with me, I just want you to smile, smile.
My industry and what I've done with my hands in Namibia, it's going all over the world, and here you are, Papa G, you want to quit? Now, I'm excited for 2021. It's not gonna be the same like 2020 now. I'm back in the groove.
Give me food, clothes, water, and shelter. Nothing else, no matter. You're my moonlight in my heaven. Let all my sins be forgiven. Happiness rain on me. Never let the children cry. Namibia, smile.
Kind Kos, kind sis, kind I, Namibia, ice. Did I get sister Hulda Navasida? Did I get I ho out? Namibia oncology center, Naragira Sisen, I come from a T Quido, Bounce I Hari, Omsnahari, Omabada Nahure, Nugu said again, ha ugu. Habe da gedo ngugu sadaga ha ugu habe hang are ugu ha hoge bounce ai hari ida thadi nedi I 2019 novel coronavirus sting higusa au bounce ai hari